April here on Tarot and Witchery with another installment of the Ideas for Oracle series that I'm doing. Okay, so today we're going to talk about the anchor card, the idea of an anchor card. And I accidentally said anchor in the foundation video. If you haven't seen the other ones in this series, you might want to check it out. But this is different than the foundation card. A foundation is something that we build on. It stays there. I mean, it's in place, right? We build on it. But this is the anchor card. And so think about how an anchor is used. An anchor is used at sea. And ships use anchor when they come to port, and they use it so that they don't drift away from the port that they're at. So I like to use the anchor card in conjunction with tarot cards. So first of all, how many of you travel? Have you ever traveled by boat? I grew up sailing. Oh my gosh, my dad was a Sea Scout leader, so yeah, we sailed, and it was, I don't much like sailing. I did like going to different ports. So let me know down below if you're a sailor or if you're a traveler. Okay, so I like using this with tarot cards, and so I might be doing something where I draw these cards for my reading. I've got a question, and then I think about, okay, how does this as a whole, this reading as a whole up here feel? What does it mean to me? I've really got my head around it. And so now I realize that this is a season in my life, or this is a time that I'm in. It's not going to stay. It's going to come to pass like everything, but I really need to hang out here a little bit. I really need to understand this revelation. I need to push it out. I really need to understand it. So basically, I need to weigh anchor. I need to have an anchor. This is the Everyday Witch Tarot, by the way. Suddenly the light, this is just the way it is in spring. Late spring here, just the light, actually Oregon period, the light just comes and goes. So this is the Everyday Witch Tarot, and this is the Folk Tales Tarot that I'm pulling out. Folk Tales Oracle, excuse me, that I'm pulling out. Links to those are down below the decks. So now I'm like, okay, I need to anchor myself into this situation. I need to make sure that I don't drift away, that I don't sail off to another port, to another idea. Honestly, I would tell you, if you're a serial reader, you may even want to leave the whole reading out somewhere if you can. And remember that you've chosen to hang out in this revelation or this idea so that you can really cultivate it within yourself. And so then we need an anchor card. And so the idea is, think about a ship. Imagine it pulling up to port. Here it is. It's pulling up to this port right here. This is the land. This is an idea. It's a place in space and time that we are visiting. We're going to go to the town. We're going to understand about it. We're going to meet the people. We're going to understand the culture of it. You know, the culture of the situation, the culture, how it makes you feel. Do you like this place? Don't you? What is there? There's adventures to have here. There's food to eat. All the wonderful things about travel. So the boat pulls up, and now it needs to anchor. So let's throw an anchor down, and we just throw that anchor card right down there below it. And, you know, I didn't put a mock question up here, so I can't really do a little mock reading here for this, but forgiving. This is what is going to anchor me to this space, and probably a good card just as an example here that came up, because forgiveness takes a little bit of time. It's not something that happens like that. There are moments where we feel like things resolve, but for the most part, let me know. Are some of you like that, where you just forgive like that? If things need to be forgiven, takes a little bit of time. And so forgiveness, being in this space of learning to forgive and be forgiving is what is going to keep me anchored to this piece of land, and it's going to allow me to explore it. And so if you've ever thought that you might want to study the tarot with me, then I want to encourage you to sign up for my newsletter down below, because when I drop a course, you'll hear about it. You can see how this would really work. Let's pull another one out. Maybe not temple so much, but maybe like this is, let's see how we work it, because it's really important that you accept the card that comes up on the table. That's one of the things I say when I'm doing readings is I'm going to trust this moment. I'm going to trust the cards, and I'm going to dive into the wisdom that's presented to me in this moment. And I'm going to trust this is the right card for this time in my life. So I need a little bit more mental gymnastics. Temple. This place right now is my temple. It is the place. What is a temple to me? And I can go into it. It's a sacred place, a holy place. It's a safe place. This is what's going to keep me anchored in this space right now, so that I don't move on. Transformation. I know that I'm being transformed. Immediately, the idea of a butterfly comes. So maybe this is my cocoon where I'm being transformed. This situation, this job, whatever it is that I've done the reading on, this revelation that I'm having about life. And so this is a cocoon, and I want to hang out here for a while. I really want to hang out there. So you can kind of see ancestors. It's my ancestors that are tying me to this situation right now. So maybe I need to do some ancestral work. I need to check in with my ancestors and see if they have something to say. Is there something about the land or the place that needs to be looked at, experienced, understood from an ancestral perspective? You can see how this works. And then, of course, you can do it intentionally. So maybe it's spring. It's the season of spring. I've got the Seasons of the Witch Beeltana Oracle here. Love, love, love. This is brilliant. She's just so brilliant. Lorraine Anderson and Juliet Diaz did these, and they are just so cool. So, I decide I'm going to use this oracle, and I'm going to be intentional, and I'm going to go through and I'm going to choose something. I'm one by one. I'm going to go through, and I can choose just looking at the picture. Maybe the picture is something that I need that's going to keep me anchored. Again, trust yourself. Like, whoa, this one is really speaking to me. And maybe what you do is you pull that one out. If you're doing pictorial and you keep going through and you're like, oh, that one there. Wow, that one. They're very different, but it's okay. Maybe I go down and I finally find another one, and I sit there for a moment and I feel my way into this revelation, this place in myself that I'm discovering that the cards have pointed me to. And then I say, okay, which one of these feels like it's really anchoring me in that? And I go, oh, I think it's really this one, the embodiment one. You may choose to read the book. You may not. It may just be about the picture, and so you may not even look at the word. Maybe the word is nothing to you. It's really about what the picture does for you. Maybe it's about the word. Maybe it's about the phrase. Whatever you choose to do, this is an intentional pull where I'm deciding what my anchor will be. I'm deciding what's going to anchor me in this time and space, so that I can really push out this lesson, revelation, understanding, healing, whatever it is that I am experiencing right now that I've gotten in the cards. And of course, these might not be tarot, they might be oracle, but I do really like combining the tarot and oracle in this way. And again, if you're a serial reader, you may want to leave this out if you plan on hanging out. Oh, I'm losing all these. Look, how sad. You may want to leave it out just so that you do intentionally stay in this space, in this time, and allow yourself to really glean everything that you can by being in that revelation for a longer period of time. Like sometimes we're just so busy looking, oh, give me a different answer, give me another answer. But what we really need to do is stay right there. We need to anchor ourselves in the situation and feel it. We need to anchor and go live in that place for a little bit so that we can actually really grow into who we are in a more powerful way. Let me know what you think about this idea. And again, I just want to encourage you to go ahead and watch this whole series. They're coming out all 2023. And I think these are a fun way to learn and grow and understand how you can put oracle and tarot together. Until we meet again, may you understand that moving on isn't always the best thing to do, and that anchoring yourself in a situation, if only for a period of time, can bring big returns in life.